see how it should be. Good afternoon, everybody. What I'll be talking about is, as you might have seen in your practice time, that most of the South Asians, they are not amenable to talk therapy, and they don't like to come to the groups. So I devised a model of counseling based on the spirituality, and I found it to be very helpful. And the way I have written it is that it can be used not only for South Asians, but for other communities as well. Just before I start to lighten up your mood, do you see the poll? It was seen in a narrow way. Different cultural things, different ways. People working, but it still works. And have you people been to Superstore for specials? And here is a special of the month. And when your computer goes off, you dial 188 and the call goes to India. That is how it is. But it works. It works. And now coming to the serious subject. This is the disclosure we will to write down. The learning objectives will be the role of culture and migration on the mental health, role of South Asians on the spirituality, and the new model of counseling, and then how this model can be used. If I was given a 45 minutes time, I could have explained to you in a proper way, but 15 minutes I will try my level best to. Strange enough, there is no statistics on ethnicity based on suicide in Canada. There was a national task force which gave its findings in 1987, that was the first finding. And they said that in terms of suicide rate in BC among immigrants born outside Canada, Indians are number 4, after England, US and Germany. Suicide in South Asian women in the age group of 15 to 24 years is more compared to men in the same age group, but is less than among the Caucasians. And suicide in South Asian men in 25 to 69 years is more than women in the same age group, but is less than in the Caucasians. There is a lot of study done in England and Wales, in USA, in South Africa, Australia, Malaysia. I have taken only from England and Wales and USA, and the findings are almost same everywhere. In the British Journal of Psychiatry in 1990 and Psychiatric Services in 1996, both of them, the report was saying that the suicide in young women from 50 to 24 years is higher than the population in women of the same age group. It's more among married women, and it was lower in men and elderly. In British Journal of Psychiatry again, in 2009, the report said that age standardized suicide rate for men of South Asian origin was lower than other men in England and Wales. And aggregated data for 1999 to 2003, age-specific suicide rate in young South Asian women was lower than that for women in England and Wales, and suicide rate over 65 years was double that of England and Wales. So it's a conflicting report than before. And this is very interesting reading from Suicidal Behaviors published by Australian Institute of Suicide Research. It says that in some countries, high rate suicide have been reported for immigrants, and in general, such rates tend to reflect that of the country of origin, with convergence towards that of the host country over time. So that conflicting reports could be because of how long the person has been in that country. Precipitating factors. I have put ego as the main factor, and my whole paper depends upon egoism. Different reports say that the predisposing factors have been that disagreement with the decision to migrate, poor expectation for the future, social isolation, low social class and language barriers have been the causes. And then additional cultural stresses will impact upon the psychological health, such as disrupted social and family support network, pre-migration variables such as the adaptive functioning, spiritual beliefs, and tolerance and acceptance of the host country. Of course, immigrants are some of the factors. Coming specifically to Canada and my own experience, married women. In fact, we saw in the reports everywhere from the world that the society is more among married women, young, between 15 to 25 years of age. Here it is that a young woman, after marriage, comes from India. She hardly knows her in-laws, she hardly knows her husband. New culture, new country, everything new, stress, but not a cause. When she gets pregnant, normally, traditionally, women go to their parents' home when they are pregnant. They get a lot of emotional help from home, from the family, relatives, old friends. But here, they have got nobody. That puts an additional stress. And if the newborn is a girl, because everybody wants a male child,